Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tamara Ajasa. Thank you to all my returning subscribers, and to those who are not yet subscribed, can you just hit the subscribe button? Thank you. And even if you're subscribed, please turn on the notification bell. It's that bell button beside the subscribe button. So please turn that on so that you are immediately notified whenever I put up a new video. Because I have some people who say, oh, how come I'm just saying this? I didn't know when you uploaded. So please ensure that the notification bell is turned on. Okay? Thank you. Welcome. And we're going straight into today's topic. So I decided to do this video to talk about how I have managed to kind of create a schedule in my home, and sleep training, especially how I made my children sleep through the night, and how it has been of huge benefit to me. And trust me, this is a no judgment zone, and it's not like one method fits all kind of thing. No. This is my channel. I'm just trying to share my own experience, and hopefully someone can learn from it and appreciate it. And if you have a different opinion, hey, that's why we have the comment section. So please drop your comments, tell me about your own experience, and we'll continue the conversation from there. But in the meantime, let me be done with this introduction. Let's get into the topic. Yeah, so if you do not know me, I just did a video on a get to know me tag. It's long overdue. I mean, who does a get to know me after 8 months of consistency on YouTube? But anyways, so I would link that video where you get to know more about me somewhere here. So do hit that and go and watch that and come back to this, or finish this one and go to that, so you get to know me better. But the point is, let me just say, we have 3 children. I'm married to Oluwaseun Ajasa, and we have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. And our sons are 4+ and 2+. Then we have a apologies for all the noise. We have a 5 months plus baby girl. Yes. And so this video is majorly talking about what we've done with our boys, and hopefully to also get to do with our baby girl, and how it has been of huge benefit to us. For young moms, I think sometimes it gets so overwhelming with little babies or little children, especially if you are a mom that has little children back to back, kind of maybe 2 or 3 or even 4. Woo, it's a lot of work. And you notice that you hardly have any time for yourself. Practically your whole life revolves around the baby, especially if you are a stay-at-home mom or an entrepreneur who works from home, or you don't even work so late and you have more time with the children. It's a lot of work, you would understand. And so very early on, when we had our first son, by the time he was getting close to about 15 months thereabouts, it was past his first birthday, I started wondering oh no, it was before he turned 1 actually. A friend of mine was just talking, and she mentioned, that I think then he was 3 or 4, that her son still sleeps on the bed with her and her husband. And I'm like, what? And it occurred to me, the new baby we had, where was he sleeping? He had a cot, but basically he was on the bed with us also, and just kind of giving me a warning that, look, if you get him used to this, it could get harder in the future to take him off your bed. And so immediately he turned 1, a day after his first birthday, I transferred him to the bed in his room. In fact, the bed in his room is not like baby bed, it's a big bed. And I'm like, go there, you have to start, because the fear just struck me that so by age 3, age 4, age 5, I'll be trying to get the baby off my bed, and he'll be sleeping with his husband and I. And no. So I did that immediately. But then there was the issue of this child is not sleeping through the night. What is the meaning of this? I came across a book. Now, this book is highly controversial, and if you Google it before reading it, you probably will not even read it. But I think for us here in Nigeria, the book is not too weird, because Oyinbo are the ones that we say they don't spank their children, they don't flog their children and all of that. But this book, written by whites, though in I think it's in the 1960s or 1970s, and it was talking about training with spanking. And I read the book and I thought, whoa, that was where I learned about sleep training. I'd never heard about it. I can't remember. Yes, I'm a part of a group. I can't say I am because I've not been very active, but I'm part of this group, Praying Moms and Wives, and it was on that group, yes, that the book was shared and we're told to read it. And I read it and I thought, oh wow, we actually have the ability to train our children. And that's actually what the Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go. But I don't think we ever really realize that that is the sole purpose of having children. It's our duty to train them up. And so I started to use those tips in the book. Now, what the book talks, when it comes to sleep training, I'm not going to delve into the book. I would think about whether I want to put the title of the book there, or if you want the title, you can ask me in the comment section. And in the book talking about sleep training, I learned that the earlier you start, the better. And the book is not all about sleep training, no. It's about general training of a child. And so I learned about sleep training and actually using spanking. Now let me explain. To get your child to sleep, or how I did it. I know, like, okay, it's best for me if he sleeps around 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. And even if he gets to wake up in the middle of the night, I will probably give him water, give him tea, and then put him back on that bed to continue the sleep. I tried it the first night. It was not a joke. In fact, those times my husband was always coming home late, so he didn't even know what was going on. But I was just determined to make it work. Now, I'll put him on the bed and I'll be like, it's sleep time. I'll sing with him, play. He would have had his bath, his night bath and everything. And I put him down. And then I had this comb, a tail comb. And I'll hold the comb. And so that first night, he probably didn't know what was going on. And then I was going out of the room and he was following me. I said, no, you go to your bed. It's time to sleep. It seems funny, but look, this thing worked for me. And he started crying. I was like, it's time to sleep. So I laid him on the bed and then I was leaving the room and he got up again. I said, it's time to sleep. I put him on the bed. I know it sounds like I'm joking, but I'm very serious. I put him on the bed. And the third time, he got up again. Then I brought out my Mr. Do-Good. It's a little tail comb. You know those blue tail combs? And I did pam, pam on his hand. And the look on his face was like, what exactly is going on? I'd never spanked my child before then. I'd never done anything flogging before then. And so he was wondering, what exactly is going on? And then he stood up again and I gave him number 2. And by the time I gave him number 3, I think he figured out that I meant do not get up from that bed. So he cried and cried and cried, but I left the room. Now, the way our house is, the rooms are doors are kind of opposite, sort of, and there's a passage, and then there's a passage, and so we put on the lights. We turned off the lights. I turned off the lights in his room, but the passage light was on, and I left his door open. And so he was crying and crying, and I left him to cry maybe about 20 minutes, and then he slept off in between. Now, we did this for probably like 1 week. With trial and error, spanking and go to bed, singing and dancing and everything, and reading bedtime stories and everything. And look, I think I'm even really fortunate that it took only just about 2 weeks and he got the message. Like, no jokes. That tail comb was a symbol of do not get up from your bed until I tell you to. And then me putting him on the bed kind of made it register that, look, I need you to sleep at this time because this is what will work best for all of us. And I did that in about 2 weeks. He got the point. Now, yes, he would wake up in the middle of the night sometimes. And what I'll do is I won't turn on all the lights in the house. Maybe he wakes up around midnight. I just quietly make him warm beverage, give him to drink. He pees. Or was he still using diaper then? I think I was still using diaper. Give him beverage and then put him on the bed again. And look, I think it was a breeze. It worked. And I remember one day, my husband kind of figured it out and it was like, what did you do? And I'm like, hey, I got it sorted. I went to receive knowledge to let it be done the way it should be done. And I feel I'm actually very, very fortunate, to be honest, because I know people who still struggle with trying to get their toddlers or preschoolers to sleep. Like, sorry, y'all. But now I want to give a point here, which is my professional advice to those who are watching this and have not yet started having children. Look, it's so important to stay active, to develop a fit lifestyle, healthy lifestyle now. And do you know that research actually says, by the way, I'm a certified prenatal and postnatal fitness specialist. Yeah. Research actually says that there are tendencies, it is more likely that you'd have a baby or a child who sleeps through the night if you are active throughout your pregnancy. Now, whether you believe it or not, I don't know. I don't care. It is research. It has been proven. Of course, it's not everybody, but I can say that I'm probably a recipient of that anointing, because while with my first son's pregnancy, I wasn't really active, not so much. With my second son, in fact, that has been my most active pregnancy, even a lot more than with our baby girl now. I was super active. It's just that I wasn't posting on social media then. So I was so active until now. He's the child that sleeps the most, like the longest, the deepest. He's so good at sleeping. And when I saw that research, when I was doing my course, I thought, no wonder. That's why I had special benefits. When we'll be telling you to work out, you will not answer. You see there's a benefits. But anyways, and so I actually feel that might have helped me because I was a little bit active. By the time we had our second son, I was like, look, I'm going to start this thing as early as possible. In fact, because he stopped breastfeeding, or I stopped breastfeeding him at about 4 months. So very early, I was able to put him in the cot with his brother in another room, and he got that so swiftly. I didn't do the home training so long, probably just 2 or 3 days, and he got the point, and he actually loves to sleep. Like, he enjoys his sleep through the night. And why is it important, this sleep thing? Look, having my children sleep by 7 p.m. is one of the hugest, greatest blessings for us in this household. Honestly, because I have enough time to get other things done. Before we had someone helping in the house, that would be the period, like when I put them to sleep before 7 p.m., around 6:45 p.m., they're already on their bed sleeping. Before 7 p.m., it's like that is the time that I get to clean up, that I get to cook my husband's dinner, do everything that needs to be done, and I can rest. And when I hear of like parents who are struggling with this, and it's like, look, my child is still awake 10:30, 11 p.m. I'm like, how are you doing it? I think that will be so overwhelming. Like, how do you have time to do anything if the child is awake till the dead of the night and you are also trying to sleep? So it is super duper important, and it is very possible. The thing with training is you can't do something once or twice. You can't attempt it twice and then expect that it will work perfectly. While some children get it faster than the others, some it would really take a long time, but you have to remain consistent. You hear all these things about discipline or training children and all, and you're like, oh, I tried it did not work. I tried it did not work. But you don't try it well enough for that child to understand what you are doing. You're not consistent. Maybe today you put the child by 7 p.m. Tomorrow, you're like, well, just let this child be playing, Jerry. I can't even stress myself. You leave the child at 11 p.m. The next day, okay, let's manage 10 p.m. How is the child going to learn? So look at what worked best for you timing wise. Will it be better for you to have more time? If the children are the type that go to school, if they're of that age, or they're not schooling at home or something, they have to go to school, okay, they must be asleep by 7 p.m. You have to keep trying. Now, not everybody believes in spanking. To some people, like, very evil, why will you use comb? My dear, that's your own business. It's my child. If I want to use pankere, I use pankere. But the point is, even if you're not the type that would spank a child or anything, but you get that message on, if that child comes back down from the bed 10 times, you put the child back on the bed 10 times. Look, it's not easy. Training is never easy. And I even say this, even if we have to compare this with like weight training or trying to lose weight, trying to stay fit and healthy. Is it easy? No. Can you do a rush walk about it? No. Will you get results if you're not consistent? No. So it's just the same thing. You have to try, because a lot of stress is taken away once you can sort out your child sleeping. I'm not saying it is easy to raise children or that your life becomes easy. No, but you have a huge relief if you can get them to sleep on time. You have to try. It's a case of stay on the bed, think of a particular time and stick to it. Another thing, yes, I have to note is, see, it's hard to get a child to sleep if the child is overstimulated. And in fact, thank God I just mentioned that, because it made me remember that was the beginning of my watching how I allow them sit in front of TV. You hear different sides of this thing when it comes to watching cartoon or not watching cartoon. I'm not even going to go into all of that, but everybody has their own opinion. But for us in this household, when the children are in school, they do not watch TV. And I'm talking 4 and 2 years old, but they don't watch TV until Friday after school till about Sunday evening, and that is all. In fact, we stopped paying for cable decoder. We stopped it like long time ago, because it just wasn't making sense. I don't really watch much. The children, they don't watch during the week, so like, what's the point of having it in the first place? It's just now that we subscribe because we're all on lockdown. But seriously, if a child is overstimulated, that child is going to be cranky and will find it hard to settle to sleep. Like, do you see when your child is watching cartoon and you know that sleep is inside that child's eye? But because the child is watching that cartoon, he will not want to get up. Do you realize that? I don't know what they put in cartoon. Please, there have to be some like high-level child psychology, whatever, that went into the creation of some cartoons like Paw Patrol, Blaze and Monster Machine and all of that. There has to be something, because these things are so gripping and the child is there fighting sleep. How will the child learn to sleep on time if you're always putting the child in front of TV, open eye like this, shine eye? You're not ready. You are not ready. And I'm not saying this to make you feel like you're not a good mother or whatever. Like I said, this is what has worked for me. If it's good, if you think you can try it and it work for you, that's fine. If you have another opinion, that is fine. Okay, but it has worked splendidly for me. It relieved me of a huge weight of, there's so much to do, but I can't do it. These children are awake. They're all up in my face. They're jumping up and down. If they sleep at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m., I won't be able to clean the house again. I'll be too tired. And then the next day and everything and all of that. And so I had to double up on that training. And I am so grateful to God for it. And like I said, if you're just watching this, but you're not yet married or you don't have children yet, please start working. Doing exercise. Because it has plenty of benefits with pregnancy. So start now, so that when you're pregnant, you can add this. And look, trust me, even my daughter, she sleeps well. She actually, it's just because of this exclusive breastfeeding and me always waking her up to sleep, like literally waking her up to feed. She actually does sleep well. She really does. And I realized that, look, that research is very correct. That research is very, very correct. Be active in your pregnancy and your children will be able to learn how to sleep faster. Try it. Well, anyways, that's just basically what I wanted to share. I don't want this video to be too long, okay? That's just what I wanted to share, because I feel it might help someone. If you are looking for time and space to get things done, but your children are all up in your face, please, please, please try to do some sleep training. This is just one of the other things, of the number of things that I would love to share in this regard, and I hope you find them useful. Please drop me a comment and do give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and don't forget to share my videos. Share. We're growing in number, thank God. Thank you. Thank you so much, and do have a beautiful time. Okay.